Greetings, my fellow gamers. It is I, Wraith King, and welcome back. Welcome back to the Dark Kingdom. I absolutely am so happy to finally be back and recording again. It's been a while since I've actually had a chance to sit down in my little studio here and record. I am really happy that I am back, and I hope you guys enjoyed this video, because today we are going to talk about who my favorite character in Spacelords is, and who I think you should get, because I feel like that's an important thing in Spacelords. It looks like I am about to die. Yes, no, don't kill me, please. Please don't kill me. Please don't kill me. I'm new, okay? I haven't used this character too much, and I just got this gun, too. But before I begin, remember to hit that like, comment, and subscribe, and if you can, please do share this video so you too can be a part of the Dark Kingdom. I would love to have you around. But anyway, I want to tell you guys who I think you should get, and there are a lot of different characters for us to go over today, so I want to make this not super long, but long enough so you guys can know which character is the best for you. There are a lot of characters on this game. And oh, hi, robot. Ow. Ow, what's wrong with this? That's my face. Stupid robots. But anyway, as I was saying, there are a whole lot of cool characters in this game. But there's just that one character that you're going to really like. And I want to help you guys find that character. I'm going to show you a couple of my favorites and tell you guys about some of the other characters, but I don't want this to be super long because there's a lot to go over with. I wish I could review all the characters on the channel. If there are any questions you guys have about any characters in particular, I might actually make a video about that character showing you how to use them and all that kind of stuff. Because I have played with all the characters before, I know how to use them a fair bit. I'm still learning. We're all learning together actually as I record these videos and make these little reviews. But I can tell you who I think is definitely some of the best characters in the game. One of them is extremely powerful. You see him all the time. He is probably going to be on your team. I'd say at least maybe 7, 8 times out of 10 you might see him on your team. But I will be telling you guys about him a little more later. Right now I want to tell you guys about Soma, because I know everybody wants to use her. And whenever there's a new character in any game, whether it be a MOBA or a fighting game, everybody wants to use the character, because for some reason everyone thinks they're overpowered. Soma is definitely a great character, but I wouldn't consider her overpowered. Don't think she's like the greatest character in the game, but she is a really good character. Don't get me wrong, but you have to understand how to use her, and me, I'm still slowly learning how to actually use Soma. I haven't been able to really utilize her ult the way I really want to, but I am learning. Soma is more of a support hero, to make it short. Her special ability gives allies shields, but of course there is a limit to how long that shield lasts, and there's a little meter that you will notice on your screen when an ally gets hit while the shield is up. If that meter reaches full, you will die. Crazy, right? But here's the cool part. If you turn off the shields and you let your meter charge just enough, you will get bonus damage on your weapon, and a whole lot of bonus damage too. I mean like a ton. Like this weapon I got for her right here can just melt through bosses. I am serious. That's how much the bonus damage does with this weapon. If you master this weapon, you will be doing tons of damage. It is literally that good. But you really gotta know how to use her, or else that meter's gonna reach full, and you're not even gonna notice it, and you're gonna die. It does give you a really noticeable sound effect when the meter reaches a little too high. And it's going to be easy to notice, but at the same time, it's going to be easy to miss. Even though that big alarm sounds off when your meter reaches full, sometimes you're going to be so focused into the game and you just got the character like I did. Some of you might have an easier time with this than me because My attention span is horrible. You guys know. And I just kept getting distracted by what was going on around me, and I wasn't even paying attention to the meter, and eventually, it just killed me. Now, this only happened to me twice, after I really started to understand the mechanics, and I got a feel of the character. I kind of got used to it, and it just didn't bother me after a while. And ever since, I just never was killed by her ability. So, it really just takes using her a lot to get used to that aspect of her ability. But what makes that so awesome is just how much damage it does. Of course, the damage runs out once the meter is empty, and then you have to recharge it by connecting some shields to your teammates, and so the meter can go back up again. But when it's full, the damage is crazy. So she is definitely an interesting character, but probably wouldn't recommend her for newer players. I would recommend, definitely. Now this is a character I just can't recommend enough. I love her to death. Is definitely Hive. You have access to her after you level up just a little bit, but once you level up that much, and it's not really hard to level up on this game. It isn't. I know some of these characters are available really farther down the ranks, but it does not take long for you to get there. They made leveling up a lot easier on this game ever since it was launched. It used to be a little bit harder, but they made it way easier, so leveling up is going to be really simple. But Hive is a character I cannot stress enough for you guys to get. She is a great character no matter what skill level you are. She is just easy to understand. Her ability lies within her weapons. That is how strong she is. And if she can just shoot somebody, that's all you need to do. And a lot of her weapons deal splash damage, and one of her common weapons is actually one of the strongest weapons, in my personal opinion, in the game. Especially if you're an antagonist. I have used this weapon right here so much. It is a fantastic weapon. Definitely get this. It's a common weapon. You can craft it with a common blueprint. As I said before, they're available almost every day. But alright, why is she strong and why is this weapon strong? This is how her ability works. Every time you shoot an enemy, they are infected with these little parasites. Once an enemy is infected, all you have to do is go by them and they take continuous damage, and a lot of it. While they are taking damage, it fills up a meter on the bottom of the screen. This is her ability. Once that meter is full, you get access to bonus health. Now you can use this at any time. Even if the meter is just a little bit full, you can still turn it on and you get that bonus health. But if you want this meter to fill up, you have to be close to them. You have to be close to the enemy once you shoot them. But what makes this ability so deadly is, even if you are close to the enemy and they are attacking you, you can still have access to bonus health, and you're still doing damage to them while they're fighting you. So this is what makes her really powerful as an antagonist. Another great weapon is this one right here, but I'll tell you guys about that one in a minute. The common weapon is a smoke grenade launcher. Each clip has 4 rounds, but when you fire this weapon, you have to keep in mind that the smoke launches in a cone. This is especially effective when enemies are behind cover because the smoke can go behind the cover and still infect them with the parasites, giving you the opportunity to get close and do a lot of damage just by being there. Another really cool thing about this weapon is you don't exactly have to fire it to activate one of the grenades. All you have to do is just sit there and press L3. This releases a cloud of parasites wherever she's standing. This is especially useful for close combat and makes her one of the most painful characters to fight up close. And there is a lot of close combat in this game. So no matter what level the antagonist is, no matter what kind of equipment they have on, this character will be a pain for them. Trust me. Now, talking about her rare weapon. One of her rare weapons, because I can't go over all of them because I want to get to some other characters for you guys. My favorite is the one I haven't even got yet. It is a shotgun that shoots a shotgun of parasites. Shotgun blasts parasites at anybody. And it does a lot of damage too. I want to get this weapon so I can demonstrate on what exactly this does because it is cool looking. I want it really bad. We'll have to wait and see in the next video because I want to show you guys that one personally. because that's a really cool weapon. So yeah, get that when you can. Her other rare weapon's pretty cool too, but that one is probably my favorite. This one right here, it's just so cool looking. I mean, look at it. It's a monster shotgun. What isn't there to love here? There are some more characters I want to talk to you guys about too. There are a couple of characters you have access to right at the beginning of the game, and one of those characters being one of my personal favorite, other than Lycus Dion and Hive, is Constantine. The reason this guy is so good is because his weapon is straightforward. It's a machine gun. A very, very big machine gun. And all of his weapons are good. They're all just good. If you get one of his rare weapons, it's fantastic. You get one of his common weapons, it's going to be good too. All of his weapons are just fantastic. And I use him more often than I should, actually. Even though he's not my most favorite character, whenever someone just decides to pick every other one of my favorite characters in the game, I just go straight for him because I know he's going to do well. He's just one of those characters that's just fantastic. Another good character for antagonists, and if you're playing as a raider, would be Shay. Shay is an all-around great character, and actually, she is probably... You know what? No, she is the dominant antagonist. I know a couple of these other characters are pretty strong, and one of them being almost broken right now. And Shay is just fair. I like her. She's just good. But this guy right here... Okay, now we need to talk. Just a little bit. I've been seeing this guy everywhere. This guy's name is Rack. He is an extremely powerful character, but his power isn't in just his ability, it's his weapons, especially this one right here. This weapon is a common weapon. You can have access to it just by finding a common blueprint. And as I mentioned earlier, common blueprints are easy to find. This one's pretty good too, but it is a rare weapon. It's going to be a little harder to find, but in conclusion, Rack is an absolute boss. If Goku and Saitama somehow fused together, they would fuse into Rack. People think Thor and Captain Marvel are the strongest heroes in the Avengers. Well, no, it's actually Rack. If Keanu Reeves lived on Mars for years and shaved his head and grew a red beard, he would be Rack. This guy is definitely one of the most powerful characters in the game. Get your hands on him as soon as you can. He is not that far in rank, but he is one of the characters you will get a little bit further into the game, so you won't have access to him right away. But he's not too far away. Just level up a little bit. They made it a lot easier now, as I mentioned before, so get him when you can. Today, we are just going to start a match with Constantine, because I really just want to use Constantine. I'm sorry. He's a great character. I actually prefer him over some of the characters that you get way, way far down the ranks, even though they're all really good. Constantine is one of those characters that's just simple to understand. And when you look at that, we got ourselves an antagonist. You know what, I'm probably going to lose today, but you know what, that's fine. That's absolutely fine. I brought my Constantine with me. I feel good about that. At least I got my bro. And out of most of the weapons in this game, his weapons are probably some of my favorite. But the best part about his machine guns is, at the end of the day, they're just machine guns. And if you've played a shooter before, you're going to understand how these work. Yeah, they have unique abilities to them, but they're easy to understand. And his ability is very simple as well. But despite its simplicity, it can be very effective in almost any situation if you use it right. It's best I just show you. He conjures up this orb that pushes people around. And that might not sound like much, but if you are in the right situation, it can be pretty annoying. I'm going to show you what I mean with the antagonist over here. Come here, buddy. Come here. See, there went my ability right there. Probably pretty annoyed with that, but you know what? He decided to be the antagonist. When I picked Constantine, he decided, see, look, there he goes, he quit. You knew what he was in for. You knew what he was in for. When he saw me pick Constantine, he was like, no, you know what, I'm just going to start this game anyway. He knew it was going to happen. But in all seriousness, though, my fellow gamers, never leave a game. Even if it looks like you're about to lose, don't feel bad about that. When you're playing as the antagonist, it's hard to play as the antagonist, and since you're fighting so many different players, it's not going to be easy. So don't feel bad about defeat. Never feel bad about it. Even if it looks like you might lose, you might not actually lose. Like, there have been many occasions when I was playing as the antagonist, it really did seem like I was about to lose, but I ended up winning. And this happens a lot as when you're playing as the antagonist, because as the level progresses, it gets more and more difficult. And you're going to have many chances to really, really hurt the raiders if you play as an antagonist, and just be patient about it. Just focus on killing. That is what I usually do as the antagonist. First thing I do is I focus on killing because it's the easiest thing to do. It doesn't matter how many times they kill you because you have infinite lives. But if you just run up there and just kill them constantly, there's nothing they can really do about that. Just focus on stopping them, killing them. Yes, focus on the objective too, but it's really important to just make sure you lock them down, find a tight area, just pin them down, and try to kill them, because that is, in my opinion, it's the easiest way to win as the antagonist, because they do not have infinite lives, and since there's so many of them, all you gotta do is just split them up. And since you have so many enemies on your side, you can utilize that to your advantage. You can overwhelm just one guy at a time, and then before you know it, all their lives are gone. But my fellow gamers, what I'm really trying to say here is just never give up. It doesn't matter whether you win or lose anyway. We're all in this to have fun. Don't leave your team, okay? And if you're the antagonist, don't give up, okay? Never lose hope. But alright, I think I'm gonna go ahead and use Soma today because I like Soma. She has a really, really cool ability, along with some cool weapons too.
Leaf Village Secret Finger Jutsu! 1,000 years of death!
That looked like something from the Leaf Village right there. Soma, you about to summon a frog? Back when I was a kid, that show used to be super popular. Like, everyone was watching it. Kids on the playground were like trying to do those hidden leaf jutsu things with their hands. It really did look like they were just breaking their fingers, though, to be honest. But anime back in the day used to be the stuff. Like, everybody was watching Dragon Ball Z, Yu-Gi-Oh!, like the good shows. Not like these really crazy, super dramatic shows we got nowadays. But back then, we had the good shows, like the 90s animes. Those were the ones, man. Like, I'm telling you, I have some stories about how crazy these kids on my playground really were for this show. Like, they were absolutely insane. Like, it wasn't just the backflips for Naruto, but there was this kid that legit thought these acorns were sensu beans. He would stuff them underneath this bug-infested tree on our playground that everybody used to hang out by and pee on all the time. And he wasn't even hurt half the time, and he just force-fed himself these acorns. And it was obvious he didn't like it. Like, he looked like he was getting sick every time he ate one. I don't know if kids are that crazy anymore, because anime seems to be taking quite the adult turn these days. I haven't really seen too many animes that are like really for kids. I mean, the Avatar is pretty good and all, but I kind of think, ow, this hurts. Oh, hey, I won. Yay. Right now. Can't fight that guy because he got that buff up. But anyway, as I was saying, the anime these days, it's good and all, but it seems to be targeting more of an adult audience most of the time. I haven't really seen too many animes. Ow, okay, that guy's probably going to kill me, so I better back up. Don't you go over there! Wait. You know what, I kind of knew that was going to happen. That's alright, I think I got him here. But yeah, anime seems to be taking more of an adult turn these days. And I feel like it's because maybe the audience is just getting older. Maybe that's it, but I don't know. Some of the best animes that are really released these days are steered towards adults, like Attack on Titan, or one of my personal favorites, Parasite the Maximum. If you have not watched that, go watch that. It's a really interesting anime. The only downside about that, if I could make a quick review, is the ending. I just did not think it was a solid payoff. Nothing was really explained. Nothing, but it was an overall really good anime. I'd actually watch it again if I ever had the chance. But yeah, most of the good anime these days is kind of just MA. I mean, Naruto's okay, but I haven't really watched it too much anymore. It kind of just dragged on for me, and I kind of just wanted an ending rather than a continuing. If it just ended at Naruto being the Hokage, that I would have been like, yeah, that's a good ending right there. But nah, they just want to keep it going. But yeah, I haven't even been able to finish that yet. I mean, there are some animes that are similar to a comic book. They just keep going. One of those being One Piece. I mean, I can't really see much of an ending to One Piece. Because if you think about it, they're pirates. There's always going to be a treasure. There's always going to be an adventure. They're pirates. But Naruto, I mean, they're ninjas and all, but Naruto's just one guy. And his story was to be the Hokage. And it kind of just needed to end when he was the Hokage because his dream became true. He became what he wanted to be, and that's fantastic. You know what? I don't care if you think that's spoilers. It isn't, okay? It's not. It's not spoilers. Everybody knows that. Even from the first episode of Naruto, before that, the newer episodes were even released, I already knew he was going to be the Hokage. Man, I just got obliterated right there. Like 3 big dudes, and then the antagonist just popped out of nowhere and just kicked my behind to the curb. But yeah, as I was saying, I really wish that could have just ended. But no, let's just keep going. In fact, the story is continuing with some of the younger characters from the original Naruto animated series. There were these kids that he used to talk to every once in a while on the street. They were kind of just side characters, but now they're very much main characters. They are a pretty big part of the story. Now, I'm just hearing this. I haven't watched the newer episodes of Naruto, and I honestly don't plan to. I just too much ninjas, man. Too many ninjas. They were such a big thing when I was a kid, and that's kind of what killed the show for me, because I just heard way too much about the ninjas. I just needed a break. But yeah, Naruto, the story is continuing with some of the younger characters that were in the series from when Naruto was in school. There was like these young kids that wanted to be ninjas too. Apparently, it's following them around now, and Naruto's children, I guess. Apparently, he married Hinata, I think, even though Hinata could do a lot better than that, in my personal opinion.
She deserves a better man than him!
Sorry about that. You know what? This turned into an anime talk video, didn't it? The star commentary for you right here, my fellow gamers. Oh boy. And it looks like I'm getting my butt handed to me again. Would you look at that? Yeah! Yeah, and it looks like, isn't that smoke grenade weapon I was telling you guys about earlier? Yep, it sure is. That is a very powerful weapon. I have been making so many mistakes. So many mistakes with coming a little too close to her. I need to keep my distance and fire at her from a distance, but I will have to attack her if I need to, because this is a close proximity area. You are not an enemy, but he is. This is an area that is pretty tight, and we are going to end up running into Hive eventually. I don't know why I can't speak English today, my fellow gamers. I took English class. I don't understand what the problem is. Okay, whether I passed it or not is my business, my fellow gamers. You don't need to know that. But you know what? It looks like we are going to end up beating Hive. Surprisingly, I was actually thinking we were going to lose this one, because Hive is using a very powerful weapon, and Hive is one of the greatest antagonists in the game. But you know what? I'm not complaining. I'm not complaining here, because at least we get a good win in with Soma. I've been winning a lot with Soma today lately. I'll be honest with you. I actually played quite a few games off camera with her, and she's actually one of my personal highest win rate characters in the game, because I don't have a memory of actually losing with Soma. There have been, I think there was once I actually lost. I'm trying to remember what exactly happened with that. There's a couple of games. And it appears I have been killed once again. You know what? That's fine. We die, we learn, my fellow gamers. And it's obvious I'm terrible at video games, so of course I'm going to die a lot. But it appears that my team is absolutely melting the boss here. Oh man, that's a lot of damage. They absolutely melted her. That was crazy. Who was the MVP there? I know it wasn't me. I know it wasn't me. Oh boy. I think it was, what's his name? The guy with the, auto, yep, him. He has this ability where he summons this, drone that does a lot of damage. Don't worry, I'm not going to use that meme again. But, in all, who is my favorite character? I have a lot of them. I actually like all the characters in this game. Those are the characters I would recommend to you if you want to start out on the game. Like It's Dion is a great start too, but these characters I feel are just a little bit better. I really like to use them all. Soma is a character I would recommend using her when you have a little bit more experience in the game, because I am not a virtuoso at this game yet. I still have a lot left to learn. So I probably won't be all that great with her, but I am learning slowly but surely. If I end up doing like fantastic with Soma, end up being the MVP, I'll let you guys know. I'll record it and show you the video. But the characters I would definitely recommend to you would be like It's Dion. He is a character you get right at the beginning of the game, and Constantine is another fantastic character, and of course Hive and Rack. Get those characters when you can. They are brilliant. Hive is a character you are going to love using. She's not only a really, really powerful character, but she's really fun to use. She is the character I would definitely recommend you get as soon as possible, and the same goes for Rack. But you know what? That is all the time I have left for this video, my fellow gamers. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I really like this game. I hope you guys like it too. Go ahead and check it out. It's an absolutely free game. It's a lot of fun, and I've been having a ton of fun with it on the channel. So you will be seeing a lot more of this game for sure. But until then, my fellow gamers, take it easy for me, and please do have a blessed day. Bye.